Hey everybody, it's Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap. Today I'm going to be working with the December limited edition kit from My Creative Scrapbook. And this is the page that I'm going to be creating. So I wanted to do a layout where I did a bunch of banners going across the top of the layout and then doing some ripped elements at the bottom of the page. And so I'm starting with this picture of my cup. It says cat lady, and I did get it last year for my birthday, and it has all the Disney cats on it, which is really cute. And then so I have some delicious chai tea in it, and I'm just enjoying it for the cold weather during December. And I'm going to go ahead and start pulling off all of the embellishments that I think that I might use on this page from the laser cuts and the chipboard from the kit. Again, I'm using the December limited edition kit from My Creative Scrapbook, and I will have a link to that down below in the description. So if you're interested in it, you can find the link there. Here I'm pulling off all of the wordy bits that I think will go with my picture. And I think I still have one more page, one more of these that I'm going to pull from. I don't use everything that I pull out, but I do use quite a bit of it, so yeah, it's fun to use all these little embellishments. And then I still have some flowers left. Right now I'm looking for my background, and the pattern papers are just way too busy for this page, so I'm going to use a craft cardstock from my collection. Those are pretty readily available if you need them. And so I thought I could go ahead and use that. If you're inspired by this layout and you don't have craft, you can always use white or another solid color, or you can just use one of the pattern papers from the kit. I do wind up having a couple of pattern papers left over, so you can definitely use the pattern papers. It just might get a little bit busy. Anyway, here I'm going to go ahead and cut the strips. I have a banner making punch, and it punches for 1.5, 2, and 2.5 inch pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of these pieces to 1.5 inches and some of these pieces to 2 inches. I didn't want to do any 2.5 inch banner pieces. So again, I'm just cutting strips to make my banners. Here I'm going to cut some more. And I got rid of that, but I am going to use it some more because I have to cut these banner pieces off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this so you don't have to watch me doing all the banner pieces, because it's just the same routine. I stick them in, I punch it, and then I cut it with my cutter. And so now I have a big pile of punches over there, or banner pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and stick those over to the left of my my page, because now I'm going to do those torn bottom parts. So I'm going to use the red and black and that brown plaid and that green solid piece to add underneath my torn craft paper. So I don't tear, when I tear my papers, I don't go off what the other one looks like. I just tear it wherever it tears, or try to make it a little wonky. And then you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the brown plaid, because that's going to be the bottom part. And then I'm going to add this one And then I'm going to add the craft paper on top. Anytime now. Here we go. Maybe. What is happening? Okay, so I do use my mat, my glass mat on the underneath my papers to go ahead and line this up so it's as straight as possible. And then I'm just going to cut off, it winds up being like a 1/4 of an inch, maybe even less. That was over, so I just cut that off. And now here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the torn edges all sticking up, I guess, making some extra texture on the page. Now here I'm going to go ahead and arrange all of my banner pieces going across the top of the page. And then I'm going to go off screen to put them all down. So here we go. 2 more. 1 more. There we go. And like I said, I go off screen, I put them all down, I distress them. They're all stuck down with tape, there's none popping up. And then I thought, okay, let me use these like little blank tickets. And eventually I just decide to not use those tickets. I do distress them and I distressed my photo, but I couldn't really fit the green one in. I didn't want to. It was covering up too much of the banners, so I decided not to use them. So here I also grabbed this ribbon, which I decided not to use just because it's so freaking busy that it doesn't add anything to the page. It kind of distracts from the page. But these little present ones I'm going to use across. You can see that I got rid of the vertical one ribbon part, and then I'm just going to use the horizontal ribbon parts. And then I'm going to glue those down along with that photo. And like I said, I get rid of that other ribbon. So here's how I glue these down. It's kind of hard with so much texture from the distressed stuff, and you just got to keep pushing it down. And then I go ahead and lift up the bows so that they have some dimension as well. And of course, when I put these down, I wanted them to be not perfect, like not aligned perfectly. I wanted them to be off, a little wonky. And then here again, I'm going to lift up the bows. So that's where my photo's going to go. I'm going to add my flowers so I know where they're going to go. I do use 2 down there and then 2 by my photo. And then here, I'm just putting those right there to keep them there so that I know I'm going to use them. But I wind up just keeping them there because it's just some interest that I liked. So here I'm adding some packages, some of those anise seeds. I was going to use that little wood chip thing, but it says A Wonderful Life, and I already have that up at the top, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use lots of floral bits. I'm going to use those little ornaments hanging down. Got some candy cane here. Just got all kinds of little clusters of fun stuff and greenery, and like I said, some packages. And yeah, we're gonna load up as many embellishments as we can fit on this page without it looking like Christmas threw up. No, I'm not gonna add that there. But I thought about adding this piece, but again, it didn't really add anything to the page. It was kind of more busy than anything, so that gets out of here. Add some little hearts. I think I wind up not using that red heart in that one cluster, but that's okay. I'm gonna go off screen, glue everything down. Now I'm gonna add my journaling, just saying that this was a warm cup of tea. A warm cup of cheer, I think is what I say, during Christmas time, so yummy. And let's see, do I add any splatters? I think I add some splatters. Yep, I'm gonna use my white linen Delusions again. That is my go-to for white. And I'm just splattering all over the place. In this case, I don't really care if it gets on my photo. It's not really a photo of any person, so that's good enough. And I'm going to show you some close-ups now. If you're interested in the kit, I do have that link down below for you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching today. Until next time.